Hi everyone, it's Justine here from House of Mahalo. Thanks so much for joining me. So welcome to the May edition of Mahalo Monthly. I don't think I had one last month because, well, I was away on holiday at the time, but also because we had a lot going off in May. I have a feeling my May video for the collab went out on the 1st of the month, so I just felt like I didn't really need to have a Mahalo Monthly last month. But here we are, end of May. Summer is approaching. Well, at least here anyway. Winter is approaching in the southern hemisphere, I believe. So yeah, I hope it's okay. I hope it's a nice winter for you, and I hope it's a nice summer for the rest of us. So yeah, I mean, for those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. This is me. This is the face behind the hands. And basically at the end of every month I try and do this catch-up video face to face where I just talk about things from the month that we've just done, and I talk about things that are coming, and it's basically just a catch-up and a chance for us to just, for me really, to be in the moment, because I like to film ahead, so it just gives me a chance to just feel like I'm talking when you're going to see it, because normally I film these the day they go up. So hello. So May, I mean, lots happened in May for us. So most of you would already know all of this already, but just to recap, Mandy and I were celebrating a year of running the Facebook group, so we wanted to have a little bit of a splash to celebrate. So lots and lots of things were happening. We had the May You Be Inspired by collab that Mandy put together. That was amazing. So all through the month we had creators, mostly on YouTube, sharing just a short video about how they got started with junk journaling and things they wish they'd knew in the beginning. There is a playlist, so if I remember I will link it down below in case you've not seen the videos. I think I'm about halfway through watching the videos. Obviously where I went on my travels I had to sort of stop, and then I'm trying to catch up now, but I'm gonna keep watching the videos until I've gotten through the playlist, because it's just really interesting to hear from these people and to have a little bit of insight into, you know, them and their inspiration, and also the tips that are being offered are just really helpful, even to me, you know, a couple of years on. I'm sort of going, yeah, that makes sense, yeah, that's brilliant, I'm going to take note of that. So, you know, it's been amazing. We had the mini junk journal tutorial that I was running. So I made a mini journal from a Strepsils box. It's upside down. Yes, these are on my desk because unfortunately I still have the cough that I had in April. So it's not so much a cough, it's like a tickle. So I apologise in advance for all of my videos at the moment that are just a bit hoarse and a bit blah. It is what it is. My favourite saying, I realise I say that a lot, don't I? But it is what it is. Anyway, so we were making that journal from that little box. I had wanted to make a journal from those boxes for a while because I love mini journals. They're fun and they make you sort of think about, well, how am I going to do everything in tiny? It's a lot of fun and I really enjoyed doing that series. I think that was the first time I've ever done a journal almost completely start to finish. I've done, you know, crafting on video, but normally I skip parts of the process, like binding as an example. Never do that on video. So that was fun. I enjoyed it, and I appreciate, you know, those of you who watched and crafted along. It was lovely to see your journals, and good luck for the giveaway. We also had the anniversary bingo that Evie kindly put together for us, and we also had Julie running the this for that challenge, I think we were calling it. So the idea for that was, you know, instead of using these fancy tools and things that you have to buy, what can you do with stuff you've got around the house instead of having those? So maybe you're using like, you know, old eyeshadows instead of inks. It was really interesting to see Julie's ideas and, you know, the things that she was making for that. And for the bingo, obviously Evie put a lot of work into setting up the bingo. She came up with all of the tasks for it, and she was also making stuff for the bingo herself to show like examples of the different things that people could do. And then of course, I think she said something like 200 posts got shared related to the bingo, and of course she was interacting with all of them and cheering people on and putting together the names for the giveaway. So I mean, really, Julie and Evie, we don't talk about the group a lot, and that's, I don't really know why we don't. I think it's just that Mandy and I struggle with, you know, we don't want it to be like this, it's all about us type thing. It's a community thing. But really, Evie and Julie, you know, they are our moderators and have been, oh gosh, how long has it been? 6 months? 7 months? 8 months? It's been a while. And they put so much time and effort into helping us with the group. And, you know, Mandy and I can't say thank you enough to them. We couldn't do the group without them. We can't do it without moderators, because the group is over 9,000 members now. We're getting hundreds of approval requests every day to do, and even just, you know, trying to cheer people on and setting up the challenges. There's actually a lot that goes into running a Facebook group that I don't think people realise. And and yeah, we couldn't do it without them. So Evie, Julie, you're rock stars, and we thank you, and I wish we could thank you more. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, so that was everything to do with the 1 year anniversary celebrations. It was a lot of fun, and I think the biggest thing for me is it's so much fun to see people take part in these challenges and share their interpretation of something or their version of something. It's just a lot of fun, because that is what makes it worthwhile, where you think, yes, somebody has felt inspired by that and wanted to go off and learn new things and try new things and just have a go. So that's that. As a private challenge for myself, I started Roxy's weekly challenge in May. Last week, in fact, and this week you're going to hear a lot from me, because I'm putting out these bonus videos in between my usual craft with me type videos, where I'm showing what I've made for the challenge so far, and also talking a bit about, you know, why am I doing the challenge so late, and what is my plans going forward, because from next month in June, we'll be doing the challenge together on a weekly basis. So I just wanted to get caught up, and I'm so glad that I did. And I know I've said this a million times in these videos that you're going to see this week, but I'm really glad that I did it, because I learnt so much already, and it was my way of putting myself out there, challenging myself, and to try these things that normally I would watch the video and go, well, yes, that looks great, but I'm not going to get out my stamps. I'm not going to, you know, sit and do that. But actually these challenges make you do it, and yeah, it's so much fun. So I'm excited now to be able to do the challenge with you each week, and I hope that, you know, you'll get something from those videos, even if it's just me, you know, figuring it out. And yeah, as I say, I'm trying different things, so that's exciting. What else did I do in May? I went travelling, I know that much. In terms of crafty things, I started a lap book, and I'm trying to not talk too much about it. So it's for the Secret Garden project that, yes, I am still doing. And it's using, I don't know if you'll remember, when I very first started the Secret Garden project, I bought the illustrated version of the book. And I remember saying about the book cover having these like flippy outy components. And I said, oh, I'm going to make a folio with that. Well, I came down to sit and do the folio, and it turned into a lap book instead. So I've only recorded the first video, which is why I've not posted it yet, because I want to record at least 2 or 3 videos, and then I can share them, you know, together, or once a week or something. But I'm not really ready to do the full project yet. I'm just kind of doing a bit here and a bit there, and as I said, I did that one video just to get me started, and then all the stuff with May was happening, so then I thought, oh, I don't really want to, you know, I just basically thought, I'll just get that video done. So I've started it, but I'm excited. So I should really get on with it, but I've got all these other projects that I need to finish, which is why I'm sort of trying to be hesitant with, I want to finish things before I start new things, because I have lots of stuff that I want to try. So basically, for those of you who have been asking, yes, I am doing a project with those illustrated book pages. It is coming. I just don't know when, because as I say, I want to have 2 or 3 of the videos filmed before I share them. But I think you're gonna like the idea. Yeah, as I say, I made this this lap book shape from this cover. Anyway, I suppose we should talk about what's coming then, if the lap book isn't coming yet. So in June, every Monday, I'm going to be doing the Sayonara Scraps challenge. So that's the challenge we're doing in the Facebook group, and it's a 1 hour a week of just scrap busting. Doesn't matter what you make, doesn't matter how much you make, just get those scraps busted. And I filmed my first video, and I actually put a timer on for an hour. Aren't I good? So because I'm doing it on video, expect the videos to be a little bit on the long side, because obviously I have to, say hello, do the hour of crafting, and then say goodbye. So they end up being, a little bit over the hour mark. But maybe I'll get faster through the month. Who knows? We'll find out. What else is coming? Obviously, I've mentioned Roxy's weekly challenge. We'll be doing that from week 20 together. So I think the first video for that will be this week, later this week or early next week, something like that. So that will be through June and actually through the rest of the year. If she carries on and does the 52 weeks, then that will just be ongoing. I also need to finish a bunch of projects, which I don't know if I'm doing them on video. I haven't quite decided. They might be slow down Sunday videos, I'm not sure, but I basically have some of the Secret Garden fabric journals to do, and the tall and skinny ones that we've been doing a few of the bits and bobs together. I want to get those finished, and I also started making back in February a Secret Garden journal, or sort of, to me it's Secret Garden because it's just the colours I'm using really more than anything, but I made it from a gift bag, and I've got the signatures ready, I've got the cover ready. I don't know what I'm stalling about. I'm just, I don't know, squirreling is the long and short of it. So I want to get those done. Like I say, I don't know if that'll be on video. We'll have to see. And then of course, where is it? Oh gosh, I'm so embarrassed. Honestly, I don't know what's wrong with me. The Altar book. I have not done the spring pages yet, and I know I've had some of you asking about it, so I'm sorry. I have recorded a video, which is basically me planning the pages, which is going to be a Slow Down Sunday video. I wanted to do the spring pages earlier in the year. We had a very wet March and April. I'm talking raining every day, a lot of, I don't think I've seen that much rain in March and April, and I live in the UK and I know it rains. It rains often, as we know. I've never seen that much rain in March and April. It was I don't know what was going on. I do know it's climate change, let's be honest, let's get political here, and it's climate change, but it completely affected my creativity for just for it all. I wasn't going on, I was obviously walking my dog, but we weren't going on our usual walks, so I wasn't seeing the wildflowers and the blossom, because it was just torrential downpour most days for 2 months. So, and then May of course was really busy, so it just didn't happen. So what I'm hoping for is I'm kind of thinking, how about we just do a spring pages bonanza, and I just get them filmed and done and posted across like a week in June, and then they're there for those who want to watch, and then I can say I've done it, and then we can actually do the summer months in the summer. That's kind of how I'm thinking about doing it, which is not ideal, but it's just, as I say, I couldn't think about daffodils and birds and bees whilst looking out the window and just being torrential downpour. I just couldn't. So anyway, that is why I have dragged my feet. Is the long and short of it. But as I say, I have now. I know what pages I want to do, and I know what kind of vibe I want for it now. So I should be able to film them and have those go out. So that's that. So that will be essentially my next filming session will just be trying to get those pages done, and I'm excited for it. I am. Don't think that I'm not. I am. I'm just sorry that it's going to be in June and I'm talking about spring. I know it's not quite how I had envisioned the whole project, but hey, guess what? It is what it is. So anyway, and I'm sure there's other things coming in June, just random makes here and there, just things that I feel inspired to do, probably. But in terms of big stuff, I think that's probably it. I say it's probably it. I mean, that's a lot to be going on with, really, isn't it? I think it's just, I have so many ideas, like so many projects I want to do, but I just have limited time. And I know we're all in the same boat, unless we do this full time, which, is not going to happen for me. I just have so many ideas, so many things I want to do. It's infuriating, but it's also exciting. And we have to remember that even if we have this great big long list of stuff that we want to try and things we want to do, we have to remind ourselves that more than anything, that is exciting, because, what happens if that list was empty? I would lose my mojo. I don't know about you. I would be sitting there going, well, what can I do? What should I make? As opposed to having this long list. All right, yeah, it's frustrating that we can't do all these things we want to do, or at least not right now. They have to come later. But for me, I have to remind myself that it's exciting, because that well is never empty in terms of things that we can do and all of that. I blame YouTube. I blame YouTube. All these amazing people who are sharing things, and I just think, yeah, I want to make that. I blame Facebook groups, things I see in there, and I just thought, oh, that's a good idea, let me try that. And all these challenges, I blame all of that. And I know I'm partly responsible for adding to it, but it's all in the name of fun, isn't it? I'm just trying to think of anything else crafty. Ignore the mess. That's just me. That's me sorting out stuff for. I don't want to say. I'm terrified. We're friends, right? I'm thinking about starting a Patreon later this year, which I'm terrified about. I don't know why. I'm scared about doing it, but I've been wanting to set one up for a while. The reason I'm scared is because a lot of these patrons, people can share like digital designs and things like that with their patrons, and that's just not something I'm able to do on a regular basis. Like, there are some things I'll be able to share which I'm still trying to figure out. But for me, the patron is, I want it to be, there's going to be like Happy Mail type tiers, and I don't know why I'm saying all this, because I'm not ready to launch it. But it's on my mind, so I guess that's why it's coming. It's all coming out. I'm going to have some Happy Mail tiers for me to, share the things that I make via that. So on a monthly Happy Mail, that's kind of what I want to have. And then I also just want to have a tier which is a monthly, I don't really know what to call it. I hasten to use the word tip jar, because I want it to be more than that. But essentially it's just, you can contribute monthly to helping me keep this going. And then in return for that, I want to do extra videos which are for the patron community, and I want to, think about having a Facebook group that is for the patrons, just for that little bit of extra for those who do want to, have that little bit of extra level of support. At the moment I have people contributing to my Buy Me a Coffee site, which is amazing, and thank you. But you don't really get anything in return from that other than my gratitude and my thanks. But I think from a patron perspective, I just feel like then I can actually offer things, useful things and things in return for that little bit of extra support. So I was not expecting to say all about that, so I'm sorry. I think it's on my mind because I've been wanting to set it up, and I do little bits here and there of getting it ready. And yeah, I'm not ready to launch it yet, so I don't know when it's coming, but it's just something that I was thinking about wanting to do and wanting to try, and I'm terrified. Excited and terrified at the same time. So that is that. So I will do like a proper launch of it where I say that it's ready and everything. Like I said, I wasn't actually meaning to spill the beans quite this early because I'm not ready yet. But one day, hopefully this year would be great. I think that's why I'm just realising now that's why I mentioned about it, because some of this stuff here is related to the happy mails that I want to put together. So that's why it came tumbling out. What else? That's about it. I don't have anything to share because I've been very good. Well, have I been good? I've been good. I have. I'm on a bit of a buying ban. For those of you who, most of you will know that already. I'm on a buying ban. Yeah, my purse is chained away and padlocked away, figuratively. But I did buy some stuff. They haven't arrived yet. I found a I think Tanya from Chatty Treasure mentioned her. It's an Instagram page where she sells vintage ephemera, and I thought I would just have a little look, and I ended up splurging a little bit because there were some amazing things at a really good price. So I'm glad for what's coming. In terms of like the amount that I bought, it's very good value. So I'm excited to share that with you once it comes, but it hasn't arrived yet, so I'll do that as like a little bonus video. But aside from that, I haven't bought anything. I've been really good. Apart, I think I've bought, what have I bought? I had to buy some glue, but those are the essentials. But in terms of like, paper pads and stuff, I've been so good this year. Yeah, pat on the back for me. I've been really good because I'm making a conscious effort to use what I've got, and not, if I am going to buy something, then I have to have like a specific use for it. I want it to be for a specific project that I'm going to be doing or something. So yeah, I think I've been very good. Oh, I tell you what I did buy. I bought an Edith Holden. Those of you who are in the Facebook group will know this already, but when Scott and I did our press trip at the end of April, we went to Devon. We were staying in a 5-star luxury B&B, which is rather nice. I do have blog posts on my travel blog related to that trip, just in case you want to have a little nosy at what we did and the photos of the B&B. They're all there. The links are below because I realised that I'm saying that and some of you don't even know that I have a travel blog. So so we were doing that, and one of the little villages that we explored called, what was it called? It wasn't called Porlock. Yes, it was called Porlock. I keep getting confused between Porlock and Poldark. It's called Porlock, and they had a used book sale. It was like this, it's very quintessentially English. It had this honesty box, and all of the books were just outside underneath a porch near the visitor centre. And it was actually my hubby who, you know, was looking at the books and said, "Oh, do you want to see if there's an Edith Holden there?" And I sort of looked at him and was like, "Oh, they're not here, like, you know, don't be so silly," that kind of thing. And I thought, you know, and then you have that moment where you just think, well, all right, I'll just have a little look. And then literally as soon as I said I'll have a look, there it was. Right in the centre of this book sale, £1. How lucky is that? I have it right here. Because I haven't actually put it on the bookshelf yet because I need to make room for it. Here it is. This is the £1 Edith Holden, and it's you know, it's good. Yeah, doesn't look like it's been read. I think the pages even still want to crack open a little bit. Where yeah, it's not. I don't think it's been read. Whoop. Smells a bit musty. That's the cover inside, but you know. A Random Village in Devon was that one, and yeah, I've been quite lucky with the Edith Holdens because I think the last one that I got was at a National Trust property. Again, they had a used book sale, one of these honesty box things, and we just had a look, and there was an Edith Holden in the crafting section, not the gardening section, in the crafting section, like they knew, and that was only £1 as well. So yeah, I feel very blessed for that. So thank you, universe, for sending Edith Holden my way. But yeah, isn't that, you know, that was quite funny. I suppose, you know, travels wise, I should probably give you an update because that is half my personality is travelling. Croatia, we went to Dubrovnik in April. So this was a trip that we wanted to do back in 2020 for my 30th. But the Dubrovnik part of our itinerary got cancelled because our flight home got cancelled. So we were basically doing that part of the trip this year instead, just as like a short getaway. So we were in Dubrovnik for a couple of days, and we did a day trip to Montenegro as well. And really beautiful. Loved it. I'm still writing up the blog posts about that trip. I do have one where we did a day trip to Lockram Island from Dubrovnik, where Game of Thrones was partly filmed there. Wild peacocks roam in abundance. And it's really strange. You can hear them before you see them. So all across this island, you'll just hear these like, oh gosh, I'm gonna make the noise that they make. It's like a sound in the distance. You'll hear that, and it sounds a lot like if you've ever seen the movie Up, the Disney Pixar movie. They sound like Kevin. So you hear that in the distance, and then before you know it, there it is, a peacock just wandering around. Hundreds of them, completely wild. Just yeah. And they're so used to people that they just kind of look at you as you walk past, don't even look at you sometimes, or they want to see if you've got food, I suppose. So that was cool. I do have a blog post on that already because I was so inspired by these peacocks, clearly, that I got on and wrote the blog post for that and published it. But I do have more coming about Dubrovnik, so I need to get a shimmy on and write them, don't I? Yeah. And then I was also in Switzerland a couple of weeks ago. So that was... Sorry, I've still got the sniffles. Yeah, I was in Switzerland a couple of weeks ago in Geneva. And that was a trip just for me. Well, for the blog, but I went on my own. Just for a few days. And that went well. I enjoyed it. I did a day trip to Annecy in France. And that was beautiful. Beautiful place. So I'll have blog posts coming about that as well at some point. Need to sit down and write up all these trips. And then at the end of June we have a glamping trip that we're doing in Worcestershire. So it's only a couple of hours from where we are, and yeah, we're going to go around, you know, English heritage and National Trust places, and the Brecon Beacons, and some towns and villages. Kai, our dog, will be going with us on that trip, so we have to make everything dog friendly, but I'm excited about it. Not been glamping in a while. It's a hut. It's a like a log cabin hut thing, but it looks really nice. So like a pod, are they called pods? Like a little wooden pod thing. Anyway, so we're doing that, and that's it. That's it. I don't do a lot of travelling over the summer months because I'm not a fan of the heat. So that's when I normally like write up a lot of the trips. You know, yeah, anyway. Craft blogs. I have written something. I finally wrote a blog post called How to Make a Junk Journal. This is on the craft blog now. All the links are in my description box if you have no idea what I'm talking about, because there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes that I don't often talk about. So yeah, I finally wrote that blog post, and that was the mini junk journal that prompted me to write that, because I thought, well, if I'm going to do all these steps on video, then finally I'm going to sit down and write this blog post. So essentially it's just everything I could ever tell you about making a junk journal summarised is in that blog post. So I will link it down below in case you would like to have just a read. Hopefully it will be interesting. I've, you know, within it I've linked to videos and tutorials and, you know, interesting things that I suppose it's just an overview of what I think people should know when they start making a junk journal. So, you know, read this. And then from that, you'll be able to go off and watch specific tutorials or read specific tutorials about specific things. How many times do you want to say specific, Justine? So yeah, I did that as well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with my progress. And yeah, I'm feeling better about things now. I'm definitely inspired, more inspired at this time of year than I am during the winter months. I think also because you get the longer days. So at 8 o'clock I'll be still here just doing bits and bobs, whereas in the winter I'm tucked up in bed. I don't know about you, but I am. You know, watching YouTube or something, but certainly not crafting myself. So I do feel like I get to this time of year and then everything just wants to start happening. And of course the travelling kicks in again and stuff. So that was a load of waffle, wasn't it? That was just half an hour of just talking, and I don't even know what about. But that was my Mahalo Monthly for May. I hope you're all doing well. This is hard to say, but there is a few people who I know are going through some really tricky times right now. Friends in the community and also my subscribers, I know that you're there. And I guess I just want to mention I am thinking about you, and I hope that you're okay. And I hope that you're all doing well. Just, yeah, know that you're in my thoughts. Even if I don't say it, you are. And I just want to make sure that you know that. Positive thoughts all round where we can, really. You know, for those people that need it, and just for us all, really, is you know, spread that positivity, spread that kindness, and I'm a firm believer in what you put out into the universe you get back. That is my belief system. So I always like to, you know, put out those positive thoughts, put out that good vibe, and I hope that it gets to you. And then of course that I hope that in turn you would spread that, and then it becomes this circular thing. I'm waffling again. But, you know, I guess I just want to point it out because I think sometimes we need that reminder to spread that kindness and positivity. Not so much within this community because we all do it already. You know, for the most part, like a good 99.9% is just pure positivity and kindness radiated, and that I think is really special about this community. And I know we all say it all the time, but it really, really is like that. But I'm still putting it out there just to, you know, just to remind the universe that it needs to tell people be nice, be kind, and you know, be positive and be optimistic, and share that around, and then yeah, all of us will be better off for it. All right, I really am zipping, throwing away the key. I'm saying goodbye now, and I hope that you enjoyed the videos through June, and beyond. Let's be honest, and beyond. And I look forward to speaking to you on the next video, which will be tomorrow. Because as I say, I've got these bonus Roxy's Weekly Challenge, like overview catch-up type videos. That's it, over and out. Bye bye for now. Have a lovely rest of your day.